Hi, my name is Bianka, and this is my content lesson. So my first question to start off the lesson is, what is a polygon? Well, the definition of a polygon is a closed figure that includes sides. So some examples of what is and isn't is, what is a polygon and what isn't a polygon. What is a polygon is, shapes like this, and this is not a polygon. This is a polygon. Well, boop. And this is not a polygon. This is a polygon. This is not a polygon. So, why talk about polygons? Specifically, in today's lesson, I'm going to talk about this polygon, the triangle. So, the triangle has a lot of stuff. It has sides, it has vertices, which is the point. It also has angles, which we're going to talk about angles and the types of triangles today. So the types of triangles we have are a scalene triangle, the isosceles triangle, and also the equilateral triangle. Okay, so how you can tell the difference between all of these is the scalene triangle has no equal sides. And how you can identify these equal sides is in geometry, they identify them with hash marks. So this will mean that these two sides are the same. An equilateral is equal, so that means it might not be drawn to scale, but it would look like this. All of them are the same. And these are the three different types of triangles you can have. And then the angles. So we have an obtuse angle, which is greater than 90 degrees. The right angle, which is 90 degrees exactly. And then the acute angle, which is less than 90 degrees. Alright. And another fact is all triangles, interior angles. So interior meaning all of these angles all add up to equal 180. And so we're going to work on some problems to test our knowledge on how to find these angles. Alright. Our first problem is going to be with a triangle that looks like this. Alright, and in this problem we have this angle, which is going to be equal to 102 degrees, and this angle, which is going to be equal to 48 degrees. And we want to know what this angle is, so that's going to be angle X. So where do we go from here? Well, let's just figure out what kind of triangle this is. There's no hash marks, so that must mean it's a scalene triangle. That looks way more than 90 degrees, so that has to be an obtuse angle, so that helps us. I also said that they all had to add up to 180 degrees. So let's start by adding up all the angles and setting it to 180. So we have 102 plus 48 plus X equals 180. Alright. So 102 plus 48 is going to equal 150. And then 150x. Well, actually, no. It's just going to, combine like terms plus x equals 180. Alright. So from here, we're going to subtract 150 from both sides. minus 150, minus 150. So that means x is going to be equal to 30. So that's what our missing angle is 30. Alright. What's your answer? Moving along, our next problem. Alright. It's going to look like a triangle like this. Alright. And in this problem, they gave us this angle, which is 85, and this angle, which is 67. And we don't know what this angle is. So where do we start from here? Alright, we don't see any hash marks again, so another scalene triangle. And this time, they're all less than 90, so that must mean they are an acute triangle. Alright, we're going to set it up the same way. We are going to do 85 plus 67 plus x equals 180. Alright, 85 plus 67, which is 152, plus x equals 180. Alright, and then next we're going to subtract 152 from 180. So let's minus it from both sides. Drop down the x. X equals 28. And that is what our little angle right there is. Okay. And then, now, since those were pretty easy and we got the idea, let's move on to a more bigger problem. Well, we'll have to do way more steps. Actually, I think we'll do one more easy one. Easier one. Okay. And we want to know, well, this is all they gave us. So how do we move on from here? Well, let's think about it. There's two hash marks, so that means it's an isosceles triangle. And there's a little angle here, and this don't look too big, so it must still be a scalene triangle. Or maybe, well, actually no, sorry, oops. It's an isosceles triangle. I meant to say it's an acute triangle. But anyways, a little trick with isosceles triangles is since these two sides are the same, that means these two angles are the same. Alright, so moving on. We still want to know what this angle is, so let's figure it out. 31 plus 31 plus x equals 180. Alright, that's 62 plus x equals 180. And we're going to subtract 62. Subtract 62. Drop the x. That cancels out. 180 minus 62 equals 118. Well, my prediction was wrong about it being an acute triangle. This is definitely way more than 90. But that is our angle for the top of the triangle. Alright, now to try this last, let's try one more problem. This time, they give us the top angle and not the two easy ones. So we're just going to make this angle X and this angle X. Alright. Well, we know it's a isosceles triangle. And I'm not even going to guess and see if it's an obtuse or acute angle this time that we're trying to find. But, needless to say, this is how we're going to set it up. So if we have two x's, we're going to add 2x plus 36 is still going to be equal to 180. We're still going to minus 36 and from both sides. And we're going to drop down 2x. And 180 minus 36 is 144. Alright, now we're going to divide the 2 to get x by itself. X is going to be equal to 72. Alright, so that means both of the x's are going to be equal to 72. So even though it looked hard in the beginning when we only had the top angle and we didn't have the luck of getting two of the angles already, it ended out pretty nicely. But do you have any questions? Does all of this make sense? Thank you for listening to my content lesson.